Hi, and thanks for coming over to Aunt Coley's house today. We're going to learn about tomatoes. So versatile. This is going to be super easy for you and super cheap if you want to just grow a tomato plant and your neighbor has some tomatoes. So basically, we're just going to, I usually get an organic bag of some kind of starter soil amendment. And basically, you find somebody's tomato plant and snip off a big branch of it. Take a little bit of your starter, put it in your pot or in the garden, wherever you're going to put it, and mix it up in there and just stick your plant right in the ground, water it a little bit, and it will shoot up. And I will show you mine in a minute. If you are going to buy full plants of tomatoes, you should always either plant them like on their side, and then kind of just bring the top up at the dirt level, or you can just dig a super big hole and bury them like 3/4 of the way, and that way they'll grow a much sturdier stalk, lot more roots. At the bottom of that hole, you can put the starter, and what I usually do is all the eggs that I use until I'm planting tomatoes, I wash out the eggshells, I dry them, and I put them in a bag. And then when I'm ready, I crush them all and dig a hole for the tomato, put a handful of those eggshells in the bottom. They love calcium and it helps them absorb water better. And the tomatoes are just spectacular coming off of these plants. So I'm going to take you to my garden for a minute. We're going to show you how to do this, and you can get on your way. And also, I just want to explain the sunglasses. I just had my eyes dilated, so everything's a little wah. So we'll keep my glasses on. I just wanted to do this today because it's actually going to rain, and it hasn't rained in a while. And rain just does wonders for a garden instead of all that chlorinated water. So we'll head out to the garden. We'll do this quick snip and hopefully grow some great big tomatoes. Okay, so here's my little inner city garden. And these are my crazy tomato plants, which I'm going to make a tomato dish with you guys on a different episode, okay? But see all of these branches that this thing has coming out? Now, the last thing you want to do is ever take a branch with a blossom on it. It just can't handle the transplant. But if you can find a branch that has nothing on it, then we'll just go stick it in the ground. Now this one, these are called black cherry tomatoes. They're an heirloom, and they are awesome. Super sweet, and just eat them by the handful. But they grow into this really dark purple color. I'm going to have to grab a couple of these before it starts raining. So these are the branches that we're going to take from. Okay, I just need to find one. So basically, just find a clean pair of clippers. I'm not going to lie, I have used my nails to just pinch these off as well. But you can use these, so like if you, after your plants have grown like this and you want successive plantings, just take a couple branches off and start a whole new plant somewhere else, and then you'll continually have plants. I live in Florida, so I try to grow something all year. All right, let's find a branch here. I'm going to do this one. Take a good sized branch that doesn't have any tomatoes or blossoms on it. Okay, and looks like we're going to have a little trouble. Yep, I thought that was going to be our guy. Let's see that one. Nope. Okay, let's take this guy right here, okay? So grab just clippers, or like I said, I have just used my nails to do this. Here we go. And just snipper at the bottom, okay? Snip. All right, there's our piece. And now we're going to take this over to, this is supposed to be my resting garden. And this is one that I transplanted about a month ago. Look how big he got. And he is just starting to blossom right now. Little blossoms on him. Okay. Ooh, we got little tomatoes on him too. And this one I transplanted about 2 weeks ago. We had a couple windstorms and the branches broke right off. That's Brussels sprouts in the back. They're actually doing good. And again, this was my resting garden, and now I'm totally playing in it. So, okay, so we're going to dig a hole, and I just got to set you up, and we'll do this together. Okay, on our little tomato piece here, you're just going to snip off all these bottom branches, okay? Because we're going to bury this deep, okay? So I'm going to leave these 3 branches on, okay? And then we are just literally going to dig the hole. I'm going to mend it with my starter, my organic stuff, and water it. And then we're going to see what it does, okay? I'll give you updates. Okay, let me turn you around. Okay, here we go. Just got to move my basil to the side there. Okay, we're just going to dig this hole here. Just dig it pretty deep, okay? And then we're going to mix our soil amendment. My stuff says make it about a cup, okay? So I'm just going to mix that with all of my dirt. Like I said, if you had a plant with roots and stuff, you could put the eggshells under it as well, okay? So we just did all our amendments. Get him down in there super deep. Okay. Had him in there. Now I usually leave a little trough around them, make a little circle so that when the rain comes in, it stays in there. Down here in Florida, it gets super hot and makes the soil what's called hydrophobic. So sometimes it doesn't like to go in the ground very well. So I dig this little trough around, and then whenever I water or it rains, then the water stays in there and he gets more water. Okay, so that is it. And we will keep an eye on this guy. And again, this is that black cherry tomato, the awesome ones. So I'm excited to see what this one does. Okay, so good luck with that. Show me your starters in the comments. Absolutely, do not forget to water your tomato. See how it collects in my little trough that I made? And then it will sink down slowly and water our tomato. It's also supposed to rain tonight, but just in case they lied to us, I had to water it. Okay, and then just tamp down your dirt to keep him nice and sturdy in there, okay? Okay, and there's our guy, and we'll keep watching him, okay? Okay, so we made a trip back out to the garden. This is about a week after we just shoved this branch of the tomato plant into the ground. We had some nice rain yesterday, so you can see he's still kind of wilty, but he's making it. Takes time to make those roots under there, okay? So don't give up, because it will survive, okay? All right, just like this one. This one looked just like him. Okay, good luck, and I'll give you another picture when he spruces himself up.